November 6th was a busy day for the Minnesota Tesla Owners Club. The morning kicked off with coffee, donuts, plaid launches, and EV conversions at Tint Pros, Eurotech, and Golden Electric's new facility in Medina, Minnesota, northwest of the metro area of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Joan and I got a late start and had to park a good distance away, but that meant we got to walk by most of the Teslas on our way in. So many people there enjoying the new facilities and getting set for raffles and rides, while looking at the sweet cars and beautiful wraps. Joan and I stopped by the Eurotech side to see their setup and a cool Dodge Ram van conversion using Model 3 parts. Great to connect with people and see the new facilities, but we had to head south and get things set up for the afternoon meetup at the new Superchargers in St. Peter. All right, welcome to St. Peter, Minnesota. It's in south central Minnesota, and we have got a brand new 8-stall supercharger here. Unfortunately, no pull-in spot, but otherwise this is a great location in a great part of the state, and good for road tripping, and good for people like Kevin here, who has to use it fairly frequently from Mankato to the cities.
That's right, Brian. It's great to be here. This is a great addition to the Supercharger network. I live in Mankato, commute every day, round trip about 200 miles to St. Paul. And so what this supercharger will allow me to do is go up to Mankato, from Mankato to St. Paul. On my way back, stop here in St. Peter, which is just 10 miles north of Mankato, top off, if you will, and then I won't really have to charge at all, if much, overnight. So this is really a game changer for me and my personal commute every day from Mankato to the Twin Cities. But really, anybody who's passing through this area, St. Peter's a great community. And the supercharger is located in the Hy-Vee parking lot. The store here is open until 11 o'clock. There's a wonderful Mexican restaurant, locally owned, that I can personally attest to. Just a block away, there's a McDonald's on the other end of the spectrum, food spectrum, if you will, if you're interested in that. St. Peter is home to the Gusties of Gustavus Adolphus College, for those of you who are Gustie parents or even doing a site visit with your prospective students. Mankato's just 10 minutes down the road, home of the Minnesota State University Mavericks, great hockey program. They've got a great civic center, arts and theater and music. It's really a great part of the state and a really welcome addition to the Supercharger network. When you think about it, really the closest thing to this area in the past has been, there's one in Truman, on off of down a little bit southwest of here. There's Albert Lee, there's Rochester, and then really going north, there's Robbinsdale, St. Louis Park, and Oakdale. Mm-hmm. So being here in St. Peter is really a game changer, not only for us in this region, but for those who are road tripping through or even commuting on a regular basis.
Yeah, definitely. I know we come up from Worthington when we're doing road trips off of I-90 and coming up this way, kind of kitty corner, west to east, up to the cities, and just having this as a security blanket, not that you necessarily need it, but on those cold, windy days, this is a great place to know you have a stop, you can do a restroom break, and get a little charge while you're here.
And these are V3s, so we don't have to worry about not sharing cabinets, so that's good. So every stall is good. I know the Tesla community is very courteous, and we want to make sure that we're being respectful to our fellow owners. But these really are a game changer, and really excited to have something like this in this region.
Yeah, and there's also a Best Western just down the road if you need to stop here for the evening. When it's nighttime, I was here a few days ago, and there's nothing open immediately here, but there is that Best Western and a gas station convenience store just down the road by the McDonald's. and that's open, and obviously a decent place to get a rest there if you need it.
Right, and so especially now with the cooler weather, this will really help. I know I'm really looking forward to it in terms of being able to use my complimentary Supercharger miles during my first year of ownership, and that'll blink off about halfway through the winter, but this is really going to make a difference in my charging habits, my charging pattern, and quite frankly, cost savings for me. So it's a triple win for this owner.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, Brian, nice to see you. And Tesla owners, please be safe, continue to be kind to each other, and we'll see you on the road.
An outstanding afternoon talking to experienced owners like Kevin, and then getting first impressions from new owners like Tom and Lisa.
Hi, I'm Tom Gilbertson from Apple Valley, Minnesota.
I'm with him. I'm Lisa Gilbertson from Apple Valley.
And what do you guys drive?
We drive a 2021 Model Y.
And when did you pick that up?
In September.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just had it for a couple months now.
Oh, fantastic. How are you liking it?
It's wonderful. It was what he wanted. He was the one that approached us getting it, and it's his baby, but he shares it very nicely with me. So it's wonderful. And I've become probably almost as excited about it as he is.
That's just really fun, is to watch my wife explain the car to other people and just be excited, because I've been excited about Teslas for years now, but it's fun to share that excitement with my wife, for sure.
Yeah, I think definitely having it and getting to drive it, you kind of get that bug, and yeah, it really gets you going.
We're super excited to come down and see the new charging station. We love the ability to road trip whenever possible, and this has just opened up a whole new world for us.
Yeah, it's a great spot between here and Worthington, a good restroom break, if nothing else.
Yes.
Even if you don't need the charge. So, yeah, it does open up a great new section of Minnesota here.
Yeah, and I love it that Hy-Vees and Targets and some other places are putting these in, because it gives us a place where we can, get some food or things and stuff too. So, yeah, like our first road trip, I think all of our chargings were at Hy-Vees, and we stopped in and, got some supplies and stuff, and it worked out great.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah, definitely. I used to always buy all my groceries before I went on road trips, and now it's like, I'll just do that on the way. I know I'm going to be at a Hy-Vee or a Target or something, and have good options, and just get fresh stuff as you go.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Do you guys have any big road trips planned, or kind of hunkering down for the winter?
Well, experiencing our first winter with the Tesla, we're kind of excited to be testing it out and seeing how it handles on the road in the wintertime. And we're all about a reason to get into the Tesla and go somewhere. So I don't think we're going to let winter slow us down.
Right. Well, it's funny, on the way down we were talking about Iceland and how we've always wanted to visit there. And I know that they've just completed their supercharging network around Iceland. So you can rent a Tesla in Iceland and drive around the whole island. And we're like, yes,
that's on our bucket list.
That would be amazing to see Iceland that way.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to do that. And I think it's only like 3 supercharger stations, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because you can get around the island that way. Absolutely, yeah. The way that it handles, my husband knows I went back to being 16 years old again when we first got it. I made him take me to a church parking lot to try to test to drive it first, and I'm like, this is fantastic. It handles amazingly well, and it's so easy to learn how. There's not that big of a difference once you get the hang of it. I think it's the bells and the whistles that just keep surprising me every time we get in it. So like I said, it becomes an experience every time we get in our car.
Yeah, and for me, the people we meet at the superchargers and stuff along the way, is like, I wasn't expecting that, but it's a great community, a great chance to get out of your car, talk to other people. It's just so much fun.
And we also talked on the way down about the little things. We're hoping maybe in the next couple of years that we will have grandchildren, but what are the things that we can be doing to protect our Earth? And getting a Tesla, having an electric car is a huge step for us. And it just has kind of opened up the world of what else can we be doing to help our Mother Earth for our grandchildren.
Yeah, definitely. I've had that same revelation recently too. And going with an EV is great. Yeah. And the perception is that that's a chore. And then you get in a Tesla and you're like, oh, this is amazing. It's not a chore at all.
Right.
It was so easy. That first road trip was just so easy for us. And no range anxiety, none of that stuff. I mean, like, this is just so easy to take a road trip in. Yeah.
One of the best decisions we ever made.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You have anything else?
No, just get a Tesla. It's fantastic.
Yeah, get in line, though.
You got to get in line.
Yeah.
That excitement from new owners is always great to hear, but events like this draw attention to folks passing by, too. Daryl stopped by to see what all the fuss was about and talked to Chris for a while, so I had them recap some of what they discussed.
Hi, I'm Chris Kavanagh, a Tesla owner from Rochester. I met Daryl here, who was just stopped by Hy-Vee in his truck and had a lot of questions about Tesla. Well, electric cars in general. What interested you in it?
Well, what interested me is all the cars that were sitting here, and I found out that there were Teslas, and very concerned about it. I've been around cars all my life, and you have helped me out a lot on how they operate. They're very efficient, I found out. They're probably 100 and some miles per gallon is what I'm getting out of it, and depending on what model you buy. And I'm all for what's going on in the world with global warming. And this is going to help the car industry and all the people in the world, not just the United States here. It's going to help everyone get on top of this pollution for the younger generation, including these two guys here. I just think it's marvelous. I just can't say enough. The cars look better. They are going to be lower to the ground. They're going to hold to the road better because of the batteries underneath them. They're going to be heavier, so they won't be top heavy. But if you're going around a corner, you're going to be more stable. It's just an all-around better thing for everybody.
So you'd be interested in an electric truck?
I would be interested in an electric truck. Yes, I would.
But ideally, kind of like the Honda, you say it was like a Pilot or Ridgeline?
Yeah.
An electric version of
I
that?
would be interested in that, and I'd like that size vehicle. Yes, I do.
What kind of price range? Because at the moment, electric ones can be more expensive.
Yeah, I suppose they'll be up around 50,000,
Okay.
something like that, I would imagine, but I'd be
some of them-
all right with that.
Yeah.
And,
Some of the new ones are in that range. So.
Yeah. But you've been a very, very good person to be talking to about this.
Thank you. Yeah.
We've had a lot of interesting comments, and you did show me how your gas cap opens up, or your plug to plug it in. All you have to do is push the button on that thing, and it opens up your door on your car. You stick it in. So say if you go into the Hy-Vee restaurant here and you pull up with your Teslas, go in and say you only want to spend 15 minutes there. Regardless if it's full or not, you just come out, pull it out, take off down the road, push your map system on the dash, and you can also tell you where the next fill up is, which might be 200 miles down the road you want to go, or it might be 50. But I think it's great. I can't say enough.
That's awesome.
I don't know what else. You don't have to worry about antifreeze in it. You don't have to worry about oil leaks. Not that I know of. Is that right?
Right. Yeah, it's not really no.
I think it's a real thing,
Got to change your tires.
Yeah.
Fill your windshield washer.
Yeah.
Change your wiper blades.
Yeah, right.
Maybe cabin air filter.
I think it's just great. I say all the way around, the pollution part of it is just great, because you can walk around in this parking lot right here. In fact, I'm looking at a spot right now that's got oil on the ground over there.
Right.
And it's about a foot round. You aren't going to get that with electric car, Teslas. You're not going to get it. No antifreeze. Antifreeze on the ground is going to kill animals. It can kill life.
Yeah.
So just look at this car. It ain't going to do that. Or trucks or whatever you're going to buy. I guess Teslas is going to put a pickup out. Well, maybe I might be a buyer. Just for that simple reason. As soon as we get something going in a truck range, I'll probably buy it. It's an all-winner, as far as I'm concerned. What else?
Thank you very much. That was fantastic.
Well, thank you for putting me on. If it's going to help you. So.
Yeah. Thanks to Chris for taking the interview duties there. Back full circle now to talk with Tyler and Todd, two guys with lots of road trip experience, to hear how their day was and how this location measures up to other superchargers.
I'm Tyler. I'm from Alexandria area. Kind of made a big trip out here. I'm Todd Holter. I'm from the Maple Grove. Less of a commute for me down here.
So how many miles was it coming down for you guys?
If you don't count the trip over to Medina earlier today, I guess it's a 3-hour drive for me, so 150 miles, I think. So I'm just here for fun.
Well, for me, it's probably 70 miles, 60, 70 miles. So about an hour and 15-minute drive.
And what do you think of this location? You guys have done a lot of road trips.
I like the location fine. It's nice being at a Hy-Vee. They got a Starbucks, which is nice. I think there's a couple of restaurants up and down the street. Might be a little bit of a walk, but the only complaint I have about this location would probably be the lack of lights at night, but otherwise it seems fine to me.
Yeah, it's nice having a stop and going from the cities down to Worthington. Because I know we did the cruise where we drove our Custard. I pulled in with 1% at Worthington, which is nice to have a little pit stop in the halfway in between.
You guys talked to a lot of people from the area. What were some of the comments or the people coming up? What did you guys talk about?
Most people were real surprised this was here. It came up really quickly from what they've said and I guess all the data we have on it. Lots of locals inquiring about Teslas. It's real cool.
Yeah, most people like same thing. They ask you questions about Tesla, ask what the range is, and how long it takes to charge and stuff like that. And then maybe ask a couple features about the car and stuff like that, and more just general questions about it.
It's nice to see more rural EV chargers in the state. We definitely need them. Not to crap on Zeph Energy or anything, but those 50 kilowatt chargers, sometimes it's nice to have these sometimes.
Well, we are now at the end of the day after a great event here in St. Peter. Got a really good look at the Supercharger. Saw a lot of new faces and really fantastic to meet a lot of new people, a lot of new owners with questions, people from town with a lot of questions. And so great to have a great community here to answer questions and show off these fantastic vehicles. After we were finally packed up, Joan and I drove back and forth through town to show off the downtown area. And then stopped by the Traverse des Sioux Treaty Historical Site on our way back north for a sunset hike down by the Minnesota River. It's near the Chargers, but across the highway, so not within walking distance, but it can get you your nature fix if you're passing through. So it's about time to wrap up here in St. Peter. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.